Boom, boom. What's your final answer, Corey?
What?
What's your final answer? You got 10 seconds. We're going. Here we go. Here we go. And that's Birdie making all that noise, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are.
Hey, what's up, everybody? How's it going? This is Corey Harrison, and this is the Corey Harrison Show. This is my man, Jarris Cobb. Not to be confused with the baseball player, because he was actually good at something. What's up, my man? How you doing? And
You talking about Ty Cobb?
Yeah, he was actually good.
You know, I saw a play about Ty Cobb.
You saw a play about Ty Cobb?
Yeah, my old boss took me to a play about Ty Cobb. He thought it was amusing that I had the last name Cobb. Turns out Ty Cobb wasn't a big fan of black people.
Yeah, he's actually a member of the KKK, I believe. I think that was actually a good thing.
It was a good play, though.
Apparently you're still not at that job anymore, so sounds rather interesting.
Is Birdie trying to deliver something? Just, all right.
No, you remember.
Okay, bye. Close that curtain. Thank you. Corey, you know, I know we're making a lot of jokes here, but I'm very concerned about you, man, because you've died 3 times this week, okay? On YouTube.
That's it?
Yeah, dog. These views are getting hits too. There's like millions of views.
Yeah, I'll never understand it, man. I'll never really understand it. You guys can actually watch the live videos of me instead of watching the fake me being dead ones if you want. I mean,
no one wants to watch you alive, bro. Come on.
I know that's depressing, isn't it?
No, who wants to see you alive?
It's like that many people wish I'm dead.
You know, tragedies do get more garnished. They get more attention though than, you know, regular happy everyday life. If the news was all happy, no one would watch it.
I don't know. Has anybody ever tried?
Well, if you move to Connecticut, that's all you get is happy news.
Not every time.
It's like a woman just opened up her 5th bookstore in Greenwich, and she's doing really well.
And her husband's pissed.
What? Yeah, but seriously though, like I'm scrolling through this. This is crazy. Like, you know, I guess it is a slow week for you, but why are you getting this much
The weird
death
ones,
attention? I don't get it.
The weird ones are that I'm dead. Those are weird. The weird ones that I've gotten a life sentence in prison. Because I feel like you guys would know what the charges were if you were gonna, it's just gonna pop up that I got a life sentence in prison. And then for what though? You don't think that would like make some kind of like YouTube thing there?
Mm-hmm. If you had to go to jail for a long time, what would you want that charge to be? Like something like you're protecting your woman at a bar or something?
Pedophile hunting.
Oh my God. Shouldn't have asked. All right.
I'm all down with,
Okay, I get it, bro. You know, there could be kids watching this show, so let's just.
And I'll be that. And I got your back, kids.
Good. That's good.
That may have, not in a weird way, though.
No, but okay, besides that, though, is there anything else you think of anything else you would like to, be known for? Like maybe you're leading the charge with your, with a bike club and you had to like do something for the greater good, right?
Greater good? No, man. Oh God, what am I doing? I'm sorry, guys.
You think of anything else you would like to, be known? Feel free to turn that down.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Okay.
I found out I'm actually allergic to jail. It kind of like breaks me out in hives and stuff.
Really? Damn. You're allergic to jail?
Yeah.
I've never been to jail.
And bullets, actually.
I've never been to jail. Is it scary, as they say?
You know what? None of them are nice, but
yeah.
I mean, I promise you some are way worse than others.
Yeah. I want to tell people thank you for tuning in for this episode of the Corey Harrison Show. We have topics, but we're loose. And if any of you guys can say something to Corey tonight that will make him, I think you should be a little uncomfortable. It's good to be a little uncomfortable. So if anyone has anything they want to ask Corey that could, not the typical like, stuff about his family, ask him something that may be, and don't talk about anything derogatory. Just see if you can I think challenge him a little bit tonight.
Let's see here. Who do we got?
That's all I'm saying.
So cut to my question.
Challenge this dude.
Which dude? Give me a question.
No, I'm not giving you a question, but I do want to discuss. I mean, we do have a topic I want to discuss.
Well, the topic is I'm not dead.
I know you're not dead.
And I don't know why these people keep saying that I am.
But you might as well be, like with looking at all the views that people, you think. Oh, okay, good one. Keep your face off camera, bro.
I'm trying to.
Corey's got some allergies today, boy.
Not allergies, man. I've been sick for the past week. I've sprained my wrist. Ribs are still messed up. I'm about to turn 43, dude, and I'm feeling every bit of old.
You're only 43?
Almost.
Damn. I thought you were like 60.
I feel fucking 70, dude.
Wow. All right, so tell me something though. Like, you're a human being. What does it feel like when you see these videos? Because I think people probably believe him. I gotta admit, when I went back to the States last month to visit my son, one of my old friends from high school that I haven't heard from in years, I got a message on the Facebook, and she was like, "I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I heard about what happened to Corey." And I was like, "What?" And she thought you died, and it scared the shit out of me. I gotta admit, I was scared. And I remember I called you that night. I kept calling you. I don't know what you're doing. You finally called me back. And I was like, it was weird just to hear your voice. I was like, oh, thank God. But I thought something bad happened. I was like, man, this has to stop. This has to stop.
You know what? I mean, the more attention we give it, though, the more they get. That's the craziest thing. I just wish they didn't get 1 million views.
They did, though. By the way, Valentino's not here, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, he had his own little tragedy today. He went to a goat farm to do some goat therapy, and a goat accidentally stepped on his hand. So our thoughts and prayers go with Valentino tonight.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, and my thoughts and prayers are with Corey, too, because he's sneezing like a Don't get me sick, man.
Oh, dude, what'd you give me?
I don't get...
Oh, dude. Oh, God.
I don't get sick.
Yeah, right.
I wish I did, but I don't. I don't know. My immune system's like...
Yeah, mine is not doing well lately, dude. It's been working overtime.
I know. Well, you have an excuse,
for everything apparently. So I do this for the love of the game, guys.
I want to ask people who are watching. I want to ask the chat: Are there any online rumors of Corey or Pawn Stars that you want to ask about? Because I think it would be cool to address them. Because there are some funny rumors out there.
I see the original Dumb Dada over here.
Dumb Dada? Oh yeah, the original.
What's up, Dom?
He's the Dumb Dada. What were the charges the last time you got? Oh,
I wish I knew.
What were the charges last time you got life sentence?
No, it tells me.
Because my man overcomes. I feel like, what are they? Corey.
What the fuck, dude? Did you start using like some kind of weird ass cologne or something?
I don't wear cologne.
Maybe you should start or fucking.
It is hot in here today.
It's like that.
Dom, that's a funny question though. What are the charges the last time you got a life sentence? Do you know any of them are?
You know what? I think the last time I got a big charge or risked getting a big charge was I had a friend who needed an ID.
Really?
Yeah.
You're talking about real life. I'm talking about fake on the internet rumor.
Internet rumor? Oh, God, they don't ever say. I mean, one was that there was an underground lair underneath a pawn shop where my dad and the old man were running like a.
Hold on, wait, just finish cleaning your face.
I'm trying.
And do it off camera too. Like just lean over or something.
Right.
No one wants to see that. Damn.
Man. Yeah, go ahead. Let the rumors fly, guys. Let the rumors fly. I swear to God, people do get allergies.
You got to stop having goats in your apartment, bro, in your house.
You know what?
You're seriously, man.
Mexico, dude. No, I have a girl that stupid fucking dog.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're really live because Corey is having a fit. I don't know what's going on. Damn.
All right.
Should I tell him a joke or something?
Yeah, total joke.
I told this one before, but I want to tell it again. Do you guys know why? So a couple weeks ago, I went to a. I'm not gonna tell the joke. Go ahead. Yeah, internet rumor. All right, come on. Bless you. Someone wrote bless you.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying. I don't know what it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, Corey, he got into it by accident. His body's healing. I'm like a well-oiled machine over here. It's gotta be tough.
I think you did. Like, did you get a cat or something?
You never know. A cat could walk in here.
My eyes are watering and shit, dude.
Yeah.
What'd you do in here? Spray some of that Lysol around this joint or something. Oh, God. All right. So we see the original Dom Dada. I'm assuming you're from Oakland, right, homie?
Why do you say that?
Because I know a Dom Dada from Oakland.
Oh, you know him?
Someone says that they think I need some rest. I don't know what rest is. It's not like I'm digging ditches, guys.
I know. Yeah.
You know, that's one of the biggest problems I have with like Valentino and my girl. I know you need rest. You need rest. What is rest?
Yeah.
I'm sitting here talking.
Yeah, I hear you. You do. I feel like, to be honest with you guys, Corey does get a lot of rest.
Maybe too much rest.
No, I mean, you need it, dog. Whenever I see you sleeping on the couch or anything like that, I make a point not to wake you up or anything.
That's cool.
Yeah. Well, because I know you need it. Usually I'd be like, wake the fuck. I'd be like, wake up.
Well, if you were on my couch, I'd wake you up.
Yeah. Well, you should. So you're telling me right now, because there's a lot of rumors about you and your dad going through some really bad financial hardships, you're going to jail, and
there's just as many of my dad. He's going to prison too.
There's lawsuits going on in your family right now. Like, what's going on, man?
You know what? It's crazy, man. Because I heard, and I was on the phone with him today. We're fine.
Yeah, yeah.
We seem to be fine.
Well, have you had a break? But how does it feel as a person just seeing that every day? Like, that's gotta be weird.
Yeah. After so many years, you just get used to it. Mm-hmm. See if we can have Dom over here get on the chat.
You want Dom on the chat?
Yeah, let's see what's up. Dom, you want to be on the live stream?
That'd be cool. You have to get his email though.
He'll text it to me.
You hear that, Dom? If you're listening, Canupri Y Amal Holtra. Am I saying that? 5015 wants to know what happened to your wrist hand. I would like to know that too. What happened to your wrist?
All right, man. So
tell the truth.
I wish I had a really gangster story. I was going to reach down. You know those? I think everybody's seen them on YouTube. Those chopped Italian sandwich subs. Mm-hmm. Down, squatting position, going in to get the food processor.
Yeah.
Kind of fell backwards. Went to catch myself. Landed the wrong way.
Damn. It's a good thing you did catch yourself because your ribs can't sustain anything.
Yeah, man. I mean, well, apparently neither can my wrist either. So, it's just a sprain. It'll be all right.
When it rains, it pours. Wait. Yeah, because Birdie and I... Birdie and I had to go get...
No, we can actually put you on the screen, Dom.
Who's saying that? Who are you talking to? The original Dom Dada. Please text Corey your email, and we'll send you a link so you can join us live. The original Dom Dada. You know what? I think once we get to 1,000 views. I think we should do this for a lot of fans. Let them chime in.
I mean, it's kind of like
I think a lot of people want to talk to you.
It's kind of like
that.
a test thing right now. But like, yeah, dude, this is Dom. This is my boy, man. This is when I was in the motorcycle club. This was like the OG, dude. Like I'd spend many hours talking to this guy.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
When do you get to ride again? The original Tom Dad just wants to be on the chat. Did he send you his email?
Oh, he will.
Austin Kristen Walton 8265 wrote, "Glad you're okay." That's nice.
Well, you know, when do I get to ride again? We shall see. Don't tell Birdie.
Why not? Are we gonna get him on or not? What do you want to do? Because I think if it, you know.
I mean, we're just going with this. So, I mean, you could keep hitting me up with questions, but I mean, we can have when he sends me an email, we can hit him up and see what's up. But
all right. So all those, because there's a lot of lawsuit videos of you guys on the internet. Like, talk about that. What's real and what's not real? Because someone's obviously digging around for some information.
You know what? Lawsuit videos, you know, it's so weird how someone can make so many videos about me and my family and get so many views and make so much money and it be fiction.
Yeah.
I mean, like, if
maybe there's a mole in your group. You never know.
It's not really that much possible. But I don't have it. You're my inner group, dude.
You're saying I could be a mole?
Do you really want to plant that seed, bro?
Huh?
You really want to plant that seed in my head?
I'm confident I'm not a mole, so I'm actually the opposite. So, you know, but it would be nice to have that go through the rumor mill. We now know who the source is. Yeah. I'm just saying, I'm not the mole. Did you get an email yet?
Yes. He's an old guy, man.
He's what? Who are we calling?
We're calling Dom.
Yo,
text me your email. I'm going to put you on live.
Do I have to be on it?
No, just you.
Tell him he's on right now.
You're on it right now. Just text me your email.
I know, but do I have to be seen?
Yeah.
If he wants to wear, he can wear a mask if he wants.
Okay, I'll dig up the mask.
Send me your email.
Yeah, all right. Go. Holler. Hold on. Okay.
So this is your boy from back in the day?
That's a scary boy too.
Tell him, you better give him like some ground rules.
Can we blur him out or anything?
I could do. I don't know. You really want to blur? Maybe you should go on TV. Maybe if you have to blur someone, that's fuck. I'm really looking for. I'm interested who this guy is. Let's see who this person is, because this is gonna be.
He's
Ladies and gentlemen, Corey's about to reveal a person from his past.
It's not from my past.
And his past, boy. What?
He's not from. He's not from. All right, here's this email right here.
Is it? All right, here we go. I'm gonna add it. Boom, boom, boom.
Dom, I know if you're listening, you're going to be appropriate.
You think he will?
What?
You think?
I guarantee you will. He's a solid dude.
Okay. There we go.
He lives in Oakland, man. It's not like he's going to be rolling around saying a bunch of...
Oakland? I know a lot of people from Oakland. Big difference between Oakland and San Francisco. I'll tell you that. You know?
Yeah.
G. Nelson. There we go. I'm not going to say his email because I just kind of did. I'm sorry. My bad. But there's more to the email, so that's not his email.
So, no, this is my boy Dom. This is if there was a guy that I got along with probably most in the club, it was probably Dom from Oakland. He was one of the guys that
Speak up.
Dom is he will now and for always be one of my favorite friends of all time. He's one of those super, super interesting guys.
Okay, so I'll text. So the invite was sent.
So check your email, Dom. There's an invite sent.
Okay. Enable guest function here. Here we go.
All right, guys.
I'm going to invite myself too. Make sure it's sure. Okay. Poor Valentino, huh?
Yeah, I don't know why the goat stepped on his hand. Why was he on all fours? Be weird. It'd be normal if it stepped on his foot, right? But like, was he like pretending to be a goat?
You never know, man. You just never know.
The world's weird, bro.
The world is weird. All right.
Or is it gonna pop up on the screen or what?
Yeah, he'll pop up.
Like a third thing on that one?
I mean, once. Here we go. Let me see. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. We are getting there. Accept invite. Let me see. Yeah.
And to all you guys that watch this, and we're learning as we're going here, guys. And this is pretty awesome that you guys still hang out and let us.
See, I'm there. See it. See, that's how it works. So I sent him an invite. So so basically, it's. I mean, to me, it's pretty straightforward. I don't know.
So how do we switch him onto that though?
Once he gets in, I'll patch him in. You know. Corey, were all the if I'm asking too much, please tell me. But all those lawsuits that some of them were happening with the pawn shop. I watched one video. I keep bringing this up, but were they all settled?
They all get settled one way or the other. Remember I got sued by a guy who brought a loaded shotgun and started acting irate.
Yeah,
because I wouldn't look at his loaded shotgun that was too new for me to buy.
Right.
I had a fat girl jump on a bench and break her leg.
Uh-huh.
There's always going to be some kind of weird thing that,
yeah.
I'm not going to say that, as far as I'm concerned, pawn shop was, maybe there's one time somebody tripped over something that they shouldn't have been left out or something like that. But it's.
Yeah.
Just like anything else, somebody's going to always have some kind of problem.
By the way, how's your truck running?
How's my truck running?
Yeah.
You just you're a.
I was curious.
You're just a motherfucker, dude. You're just dude,
I'm just curious how your truck's running.
A motherfucker, dude.
Dude, the world wants to know, man. How's
the
your
world
truck?
didn't know anything about my truck.
Well, we brought it up. We talked about it in the last episodes. I just want to know, how's your truck?
The charging system has gone bad in it. It's a stupid ass EcoBoost truck.
Okay.
Already looking at another one to buy.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm tired of the EcoBoost. Ford, you broke my heart.
Ford broke your heart.
Yep. It was yes.
Yeah. There he is. We got our boy. Here we go.
All right, let's get him on the screen.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Don Dada. Wow. Here we go. And I'm going to let me just give him his own screen right now. There he is, ladies and gentlemen, the Don Dada. What the heck are you wearing?
That's my motherfucker right there.
Wait, I can't hear him though. Hold on. Let me put. Hello?
Can you hear us, Don? What the fuck are you wearing, dude? Take this stupid thingy off your head. You're gonna hear the echo. Get him on this.
Tell him to turn his mic on.
Turn the mic on. There you go. That's my guy right there. That's my guy. Turn the volume down.
Hold on 1 second.
You know these.
Hang on. There we go. 1, 2, 3. There he is. Boom. And
dude, you are getting older and older and older, my man. I love you, man, and I miss you so much. Turn the volume down.
I want you to hear him though. Hold on. There we go. Can you hear us now?
You can hear me, right?
Hold on.
So Don, tell everybody how we met, because we're gonna get the back over right there. Dude.
Yeah.
So tell everybody how we met, my man.
I don't hear him.
You're talking to your phone, buddy. Could you just turn the volume up on your phone?
Oh, yeah. There's nothing comes. His audio now.
We're working on it, buddy. Hold up. We're working on it. You're the first person we've ever been able to do this with. Your phone on yours?
No, he's not. I think it's his audio.
He's calling something.
Hold on. Oh wait. No, see, it's because it's his. Hold on.
Give us 1 second, brother.
1
Can
second.
you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Oh wait.
Can you hear?
Yeah, I can hear him now.
You hear me now?
Go ahead.
No?
Yes, I can hear you.
You can hear me now.
Yes.
Give us 1 second, brother.
It's all good. Can you hear me?
I love you too. I gotta get headphones because I can't.
But no one's gonna hear that. Here we go. I'll just put it up a
You're
little
gonna
bit.
hear that.
Talk now.
Hey, you can hear me now.
Yes.
Yo, Don. Yeah, give me some headphones. So I can
I'm
hear.
totally delayed.
It's gonna echo off that.
Yeah. Hold on 1 second.
One thing, headphones are gonna be a must for me.
Talk again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Hey,
No one.
I'm totally delayed.
You are of legal age.
Yo, I'm totally delayed.
Yeah.
Super delayed.
One thing, headphones are gonna be a must for me.
Talk again.
1, 2, 3,
I'm totally
4, 5.
delayed.
No one.
Delayed.
You are of legal age.
Yo, I'm totally delayed. Super delayed.
One thing, headphones are gonna be a must for me. Talk again. 1, 2, 3,
I'm
4,
totally
5.
delayed.
No one.
Delayed. Now you're muted.
Okay, we're good. Can you hear us now?
Yep.
Just talk.
And we're all good now. We can hear each other now, right?
Yeah, but I'm like 15 seconds delayed.
Yeah, because you're watching it live, so you just have to ignore the live feed. Just turn that down.
And just be on the phone with us.
Yeah, just be on the phone.
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay, good.
So Dom, tell everybody how
What
we
up,
met.
bud?
Turn that off and give me some headphones.
I can't because it's delayed. It's gonna ruin you.
Because you're watching it live.
If I give you
so
headphones,
just
you're
have to
gonna
ignore the live.
just go with it. No one can hear it.
Okay.
And just be on the phone with us.
Yeah, just be on the phone.
Yeah, I can hear you.
So I believe we met a sweet baby boy James's party out in, somewhere in some compound in Orange County, right?
We lost him now. Just go with it. No one can hear it.
Yes, we can.
There he is.
So I believe we met a sweet baby boy James's party. Give me headphones. We can hear headphones.
I'll when you talk, I'll mute
Sweet
you
SB
and then
Dave.
I'm gonna get the TV. But here, I'll let him come up here. Hold on a second.
Yes, we can.
Okay, so Corey, talk.
So you are actually making
Like
us
30
look like
seconds
we
late.
actually know what the fuck we're doing on here. You're the first person that we've actually been able to like actually patch in like this. So I figured, hey, you had a lot of questions, man. You had a lot of stuff going on. We were texting earlier today. So man, why don't you go ahead and throw out a few questions? What the fuck we're doing on here? You're the first person that we've actually been able to
He needs to mute his television.
Mute your television. You could hear me, listen to me, and not them. You had a lot of stuff going on. We were texting earlier today. So, man, why don't you go ahead and throw out a few questions? You're muting this television. Mute your television. You could hear me, listen to me, and not them.
What?
No. He has to mute his TV. Just mute your television. Turn your computer down all the way.
Mute your television.
See, that's what happens when everyone goes live. If you go live, and you have your computer on or TV on, yeah, that would create this feedback. Okay, great. Okay, you're good now.
Am I?
You're good to go, my man.
There we go.
So, you've known me for a long time, man. What have we known each other for? Almost like, what, 10, 15 years?
Yeah, at least.
So, I don't know. You're kind of like the guinea pig here, man. You're just standing out there in Oakland strong, dude. What have you been up to, buddy?
The struggle is real, bud.
What just happened? Oh, by the way, this guy is cool. Don Dada is cool. I want Don Dada to come back. Come back, Don Dada. How do you know Don Dada, by the way?
Me and Don were in a motorcycle club together. And,
yeah.
Yep.
You know, like he was like an OG.
Are we better
and
now?
I was young.
Oh, he's back. Here we go. Hold on, Don Dada.
Don was like the OG, man, and like I was just freshly in, man, and this guy, we sat there for probably on the pickup bed of a truck for like probably a solid 12 hours. This dude just kind of explained the world to me, man, and made a lot of sense to me. You know, like when I had a problem in the MC world, dude, this was my guy.
What was Corey like back then?
He was good. I love the guy, man. I made him sit on the tailgate and not get up until we finished talking, and we didn't finish talking until we left. We weren't free the next morning. Not sure if you can hear me or not.
Yeah, we can hear.
Yeah, because my TV's muted. So yeah, you showed up in a limo.
I believe I was the only guy to ever go to a motorcycle event via private jet.
And a limo, yeah.
Just to make sure that I made it to the camp house so I could get the board free.
And I was like, oh no, you're not showing up here in a limo. You're sitting right here on the tailgate, and we're talking all night long.
And we sure as fuck did, man. We sat there all night long. We discussed club politics, club everything, club, and you know, like you when you're in a club, you have your chapters, man. And everybody's chapter is different, man. And this dude is such like a stand-up dude. Like this guy is like a one-man gang out there in Oakland, dude.
Yeah, right.
So
You know,
were you on the TV show when you guys were
Yes, it
riding?
was. Yep.
What was it like having Corey, you know, be like a TV star in your club?
it was just Corey. You know, we don't see that kind of stuff. You're either cool or you're not. I like it from the get-go.
You know, and then, you know, this guy was the guy I could call for any favor in the entire world, anything I ever needed. Like, you know, because this dude had a voice that was loud, dude. Like that, like if I had a problem with anything in the world, man, this was the guy. You know, if I had Dawn on my side, then I was gonna win.
I don't know about that, but thanks, bud. That makes me feel good.
But
you know,
you
we
live
started
in
Oakland,
Oakland,
right?
though? What? How are you affiliated with Oakland?
I live in Oakland.
Because it's Oakland, man.
I was in
LA,
Reno chapter back then. When I started Oakland chapter.
There's chapters all over the world.
But you went to Oakland, and that's how you guys met?
No, we actually met in Orange County, California.
I originally got in the club Reno chapter, and then I moved to Oakland, and a few years later I started my own chapter here. Well, not mine, but a chapter here.
Yeah.
If I would have known what it entailed, I probably wouldn't have done it, but we are here.
Yeah. Oh wait, you know I could give you headphones.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, I'll get you headphones. Here,
We're gonna make this a lot easier, bro. Like,
sorry.
Like I said, thank you for being the guinea pig, man. So
What's new?
yeah, you know, it was super cool, dude. I gotta actually
All right, hold on. All right, ladies and gentlemen, all these hiccups are Corey's fault. No, I'm just kidding. It's my fault. But I will give you headphones now. Here, and we're gonna, I'm gonna give you these headphones. I want headphones.
I can't
too.
even hear myself.
What? Say again.
I can't even hear myself.
Good. That's a good thing. That's what we want. We don't want you. Yeah. We don't want you to hear yourself. Hold on 1 second. Bum 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 bum. Now, if I get a splitter, do we have a splitter?
So, John, tell the world what they want to hear. Give a good Corey story. Keep it clean, keep it light, but give me a good Corey story of.
Well, I mean, the one we met was a good one.
Yeah, man. We yeah.
Like, I just took a private jet, a limo to get here just to hang out with you guys. I was like, bullshit, just sit your ass down right here. You don't get up till we're done. And we weren't done until morning.
No, we were.
Probably were done until the day.
And we dragged somebody that night too, huh?
Wait, what?
Yeah. Smiley. It was Smiley. Yeah. Yeah. It was Smiley. got dragged.
Oh, I get it. That's part of like initiation, right?
Hey, get yourself some headphones.
Okay, hold on. Ladies and gentlemen, I gotta get some headphones.
So yeah, it will just be
You two take over.
What's up?
How did you get
Hold on.
Oh, you don't think I got drunk? Oh, fuck if I didn't get drunk. I got drunk at the compound in Vegas, man. Yeah, me. I don't know if you were there. It was me, Whiskey, and Scott all got drunk in the same night.
Whiskey?
And Word.
You don't party.
I got him on my wrist. Yeah, that dude was dude. Yeah, that right there is the epitome of one of God's prototypes right there.
Whiskey?
Oh yeah, it is like there'll never be another one of those dudes ever again, man. Like that dude was one in a trillion. We
yeah. I miss you too, Corey.
I miss you, buddy, man. Like, dude, it's funny, man. Like, I moved down to Mexico, and I get a lot of friends that like, well, so it's a $350 ticket.
Dude, I'm down.
And I got an open door policy, man. Like, I've got an open door policy. That's I got 2 houses on one compound, and then I got an apartment about maybe like 5 blocks away down here. Yeah, man. Like, yeah, dude, I love it down here. You know what? It's funny. Like, everyone.
Go.
What's up?
I've always wanted to go to Tulum.
Dude, you know what? It's Tulum's kind of like, it's it's cool, but it's that electronic rave scene. You know, and a couple of, I'm thinking about moving out, maybe to Merida or something. Like Tulum will always have a special place in my heart. But man, it's just the, you got to get past, people got to get past the idea of it ain't America. Like, you know, that's the thing. Everybody that comes out here thinks like, oh, well, it's just all the same rules as America. No, man, it's not. It's not America at all. It is fucking Mexico, man. And like, you just got to deal with it, you know, and you take the good with the bad, you know. Yeah, you might have to throw a cop a couple $100, but what's a DUI cost you in the States?
Yeah, what third world country don't you need to throw a couple $100?
You know, dude, I call it like it's getting up there. It's getting up there, man. I would say it's just about here there, man. It's getting there, man. It really is, man. I mean, you know, we got Costco's, we got Walmart's, we got every single thing in the world you could want out here. You know, I got that motorcycle wreck, man. And yeah, dude, it cost me about $150 for, yeah, I had to pay cash. But still, dude, it would have cost me $1 million, $2 million in the United States.
Right.
Dude, I shattered my rib cage.
I just bought a couple acres in Costa Rica.
Did you?
Yeah, 2 hectares above Playa Hermosa.
Dude, roll down here. Dude. You seen him yet?
What's that?
Let's go check him out.
My buddy Jamin, who owns Pura Vida Hydroponics, owns only chain of hydroponic stores down there. I go down there like twice a year, and he owed me a couple grand. And he just called me the other day. He's like, "I'm not gonna be able to pay you back. I just bought land, so you just bought 2 acres or a hectare."
No, man. It's so like as far as that stuff goes out here, you know, you have one problem. You know, as I believe, like on the books, it's probably legal, but if it comes from a certain criminal organization, then it's not. Yeah. And that's where Mexico kind of has their issues, but you know, they're working it out, man. I mean, you know, nothing gets fixed overnight, but they're working pretty hard to fix it out here, man. I'll tell you what, I feel a whole lot more free here than I did in the United States.
Oh, I bet.
You know, like you know, it's not like, you know, it's not like people think. Like, it's not like you're just getting just like railroaded. I like to say it like this: in Mexico, they look you in the face and they say, "Hey, it's your turn to get fucked today." You know, they don't whisper in your ear they're never going to let no one fuck you when they love you, and they're going to protect you, and then all of a sudden you wake up and you've been gang raped and shit. Hard R, yeah, whatever I'm not supposed to say there, but like, no, that's Mexico to me, like, man. Like, I mean, at least you know what you get into when you get into it,
right?
You know, as long as you're cool, then you get treated cool. Like, you know, it really is. It's like it. You just don't. It's basically super simple rules down here, man. Should be everywhere. Don't be a dick. Wrong place, wrong time, and you know, don't do what you ain't supposed to be doing. Everybody knows the difference between right and wrong.
And that's everywhere.
Yeah, man. Except apparently Chicago, especially Chicago, I guess ain't like that.
Never been.
Don't plan on going. You know, I'll put it like this, dude. I send my girl to the store at 3:00 in the morning in Mexico. Never one time have I ever had a fear of anything bad happening. Not in the States.
I can't say that for Oakland.
Yeah, man. Shit, dude. I did. It's just because you're so damn big down there. You're just such a big guy. You just got such a presence out there, man. Hell, when In-N-Out leaves Oakland, dude, goddamn.
I'll walk anywhere in Oakland by myself at night. I'm not worried about it. But I wouldn't send my girl down to the corner store late at night. No way.
I don't blame you, man.
Gotta get out of here.
Yeah, I don't blame you, man.
Are you ever gonna get to ride again? What do they say about that?
Oh, dude, I've already ridden.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, don't tell her. My girl's gonna find out right now. She's probably watching it live. But yeah, I've ridden.
Boy,
dude, you know what? I'll tell you what. Those Alibaba crash bars. I don't care how shitty those Chinese welds are. They worked like a motherfucker, dude. Like my bike was fine.
Wow.
You know,
every ever had, I've taken the crash bars off instantly.
You know, I had the ones that were like set up as like rear pegs, and then I had the crash bars on there. Now the cool thing is, I know the mayor out here pretty well. You know, because dude, when I moved to Mexico, everybody told me, man, hey Corey, you got to keep a low profile. I'm like, okay, well, Price of the Story is one of the biggest television shows that there is in Latin America. I'm about a foot taller than everybody else. I had blonde hair, blue eyes, covered in tattoos. So I went the opposite way, man. I went the complete opposite way. I introduced myself. The cops out here ain't like the cops in the States. I introduced myself as many people as I could. I met the mayor, and I'll tell you what, those road dot speed bumps all miraculously got removed right after I got the wreck, dude. So that's yeah. So I mean, they listen to you out here, man. It's a community, man. Like, dude, you know what the craziest thing that I saw out here was? When I first it shook me to my core when I was out here. I was probably out here for 10 days. There was like 4-year-old kids swimming naked on the beach. All right, now, like, I'm from the States, dude, where I'm like, stay the fuck away from me, dude. Don't you dare come. Nope. Running, like, that's where you run for in the United States. That's Bad News Bears. Dude, that's just, no, dude, because if you touch someone's kids down here, they're going to kill you. They don't worry about that kind of stuff down here. If you're selling bad meat at your taco cart, you're gonna take food off somebody's family, man. Like that dude don't. That's a bad news. That's a Bad News Bears thing to do. But no, dude. I've not seen one real act of violence. I've never seen one real like crazy situation down here. I've seen who you got to look out for out here?
What?
You got to look out for the white dude that's pretty much my age, with no kids, no girlfriend, and he's always got a business plan for you. like what the fuck are you running for, homie? Like, you're up to something. Like, there's a reason you're here. And I met a guy. I knew him for 3 days. He wanted to be the CFO of my company.
I'm just gonna show up and fucking be like, "What up?"
But bro, you gotta. There's an open door. There's an open door policy, dude. Man.
No, because like you said, it gotta wait until you heal up a little bit. I'm pretty slow these days myself, so. I just want to chill, eat good, hang out, meet good people. Yeah, and
the cool thing is you meet people from all around the world here. Like that's the best part. Like, man, it's especially this part of Mexico. Like, it's not the Mexico that we're used to. It's not the Baja spot or Baja side. Yeah, you'll find more pizza places out here in this side of Mexico than you will actually like taco vendors and stuff.
Yeah. It's just like Costa Rica. Costa Rica is super Americanized.
So
I think those are even more expensive than it is here now. There.
It might be, man. Like I keep hearing Costa Rica's. I keep hearing about Costa Rica, but like, dude, it. One place at a time for me. I keep hearing about Panama too. Like, dude, people forget there's a whole big wide world out there.
Panama's cool.
And I look at it like, I always kind of like try to tell people, like you'll never stay at a Holiday Inn and see Best Western commercials.
Hey, I think I'm putting a damper on your show, bud.
You're not putting a damper on my show. I said what it is basically we got Jared's trying to figure some stuff out.
Okay.
But he's gonna jump in here. But hey, man, thank you for being the project man. I guess I will let you jump off.
Okay.
Me and Jairus are going to talk about how he needs to correct his job doing behavior here.
Yeah, right.
And holler at me when you're done.
I will, man. I'll hit you up tonight, man. Hey, Dom, man, I love you. I love you to the moon and back, dude.
Love you. Much love.
Nice to meet you. Next time we'll
real
be able to
biker's
talk to
kiss
you.
on the mouth, right?
You're gonna see me in the next couple months.
For sure, brother. I will.
Respect.
Respect, bro. Like.
Booyah!
All right. Boom. That was nice. I didn't get to hear it, like any of it, but
So now we were able to prove that we could do that.
Yeah.
So guys,
I know we could do it. I've always
Dom,
known.
hang up your phone.
What do you mean?
He's still on there.
No, he's not.
Okay.
There's no more. Oh wait, let me see. I gotta patch him out. Hold on. Oh, my bad. Hold on.
That's always your bad, dude.
Oh no, he's off now. He's gone.
He's about to light up.
This is why you need to. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, I'm engineering this show, directing it, producing it, all at the same time.
You guys ever have that one guy that worked with you? And
You guys ever had one guy who could just do it all, and so he's
But did he
required
always
to do it
remind
all?
you of it?
Huh? And then you ever have that one guy who's just cool? He's just cool. That's the only feature that
Cold
you
as
got.
ice. Here he is. Dude.
That's the only feature that you have is that you're cool.
There we go.
What?
All right, now he's gone.
What?
Now Dom's gone.
Well, you're watching a delay, so.
So guys, so we are slowly capable of. We're trying to figure this out. So once you guys, what we're going to start doing is with subscribers. We're going to let you guys jump on with us every now and again here, as long as you guys are cool with it. If you once you become a subscriber and you if you've got some cool stuff you want to be a part of, you could jump on the show with us.
Thank you. Hey, I appreciate people out there. Someone said, "Damn it, Jairus, you're the GOAT." That was Harold Mandingo, and then Robert TR. 585 wrote Jairus holding shit together. Thank you guys. Canupri Y Malhotra 5015. Kudos, Jairus. No, you know what? It's to be honest with you, guys, I love working with Corey. I don't know why. Jesus, I don't know why, but I do.
I think you just said it.
What was that?
Jesus.
Jesus? Jesus.
Might have something to do with it.
Huh?
I think Jesus likes me. And I think
No, next time we'll be prepared for this. Next time we'll be prepared. I got to figure out. I know how to fix this.
Hey, by the way, guys, and just so you know, I like to throw Jairus into the. We're doing this 3 days a week, guys. We're doing this, and then this is all off the cuff, guys. Mainly, we try to start off with a topic. Yeah, you know what? Here's the topic. I don't like people that post stuff that says I'm dead, but what can I do about it? Nothing really, says my lawyer. But so now
Oh shit! Oh wait! Tell me how to say your name then. KNUPRIYAMALHOTRA. How do I say that name? Tell me how to say it, because guys, I'm reading this fast on the fly, and it's hard to say names. So I'm like, wait, Canupri. Please tell me how to say your name. Break it up for me. Oh, wait. Oh, okay. Canoe Priya. Gotcha. My bad. You know what? I'm reading it all as one word though, so I'm getting confused. And I'm not the most literate person in the world. No.
Yeah, I know. Good help is hard to find.
Robert, TR's Rob. Okay, Rob, I'll call you Rob. Just Priya, like Prius. Okay. Oh, I get it.
So now that Valentino's not here tonight.
Okay. That's correct, Harold. Harold knows. Well, I wanted to make sure I say everyone's name correctly. That's for sure. I really do, because I do pride myself on having.
So I can't have this conversation with him here because it just gets a little awkward. But
what?
Valentino wants to get circumcised.
What the hell? Why? You know he's watching probably.
Oh, I know.
But his hand all swollen. He's probably watching. Wait, why does he want to get circumcised? I know we brought this up at the beginning of like when we first started doing the show, but like, what happened?
I mean, you want to be the weirdest guy in the locker room? I guess I don't know. Like, I wish I wasn't, but he.
I feel like we're in Mexico though, right? Aren't circumcisions normal or common here?
You know what?
I mean, not being circumcised is common. Sorry.
I don't know, bro. How many of you checked out?
I've not checked them out.
So you know,
I've not checked them out.
I don't have a data point here. Like, I don't have a group of a.
I have the feeling this is something to do with your personality. This isn't really about Valentino getting circumcised. This is about you putting your friends up to something for money. That's what you like to do. You like to put people in awkward situations, see what they're breaking, see how much they're gonna like, how much it takes to sell them out. I know I've seen you do this before, bro. And you know you never done it to though?
I'll say his name.
No, do not. But you know you never done it to? Me. You know, because you know you can't. You know I'm not like, you can't get me like that. And you know it. Yeah. Bro, you know it. Cheers.
Just
with your water.
Never got you to come to a foreign country and work for pennies on a dollar of what you're worth.
Yeah, but I know what the upside is.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I know it. I'm not just doing this for that. Mm. Oh, hey, everybody. Oh, we have people watching here. Oh, my God. What? Look at that. But I really do want to make sure I say this name right. Hold on. I got to go backwards a little bit. That's correct.
So, Robert, you know, it might be not worth it this late in the game. I mean, if he wants it, I mean, it's up to him.
Canoe Priya. Should I just call you Priya? What do you want to be called? Just give me a name, because I know you're one of our best guests that we have. So just tell me what you want me to call you, and I will call you that. That's it. You know. And for me to remember you is a compliment, because I'm bad. I'm usually bad with names. So.
You know, Robert, I'm going to let you know I've heard the same thing. I mean, but being different sucks too, I guess. I don't know.
What?
I don't know.
You heard about what?
I'm reading Robert's comments.
Circumcisions are good?
No, it's that people actually enjoy not being.
Yeah, I've heard that too. I heard that it like you desensitize your dick when your penis. Sorry, excuse me. You make it less sensitive.
Do you think that's why people that are from those poor countries that don't get circumcised have
Europeans don't get circumcised either? It's not poor countries.
But I mean, I'm just saying.
Most of the world doesn't get it. We're the only nation that the U.S. is the only nation that really doesn't.
It seems that those seem to be countries that have a lot of children.
It seems to be what? Say again?
I mean, like we can all say, like, you know,
we've been sold on so many reasons why.
Do you know why you're circumcised?
Well, I've been sold on so many reasons why we do it in the U.S.
I can tell you there's one person.
Huh?
There's one person that's the reason why you're circumcised.
Why? Who?
Dr. Kellogg. The guy who created cornflakes.
Oh, I love cornflakes.
Dr. Kellogg.
Why? Tell me the story. This is a weird fact you learned on Pawn Stars, isn't it?
No, this is a real life, real thing. Okay, so when you're on Pawn Stars and you got to research something on Kellogg's, okay? Yeah. Like you got to go down rabbit holes. Mm-hmm. This dude hated having happy, alone, fun. This dude hated the dude pulling a number 3 so bad.
Pulling a number 3?
Yeah.
What's that?
What's the number 1? I got to go to the restroom.
Mm-hmm. P.
Number 2?
Mm-hmm.
What's number 3?
I have no idea.
Take a wild guess. Yeah, it's not that hard, bro.
What do you mean? I don't know.
You got a 14-year-old. You got a son. Okay, he's 14 years old. He goes to the bathroom. He's not dropping a deuce. He's not taking a piss.
Gotcha.
It's called a number 3.
I didn't know that.
He had something against the number 3 so bad that he convinced everybody to get circumcised in the United States.
But what? How does that prevent number 3 from happening?
I mean, it never stopped me, but that's what he.
Yeah,
that's what his sanitarium. Like he had this whole mental sanitarium thing that he wanted to do. Cornflakes were supposed to make. He's want to stop doing it, and that's what the Corey Harrison Show is, guys. I mean, we might start off with people writing internet things about me being dead, and you might just end up with a biker guy from Oakland, and now we're gonna just.
I'm disappointed I get to talk to him, man. Damn.
And then
I should have just stayed on the chat because I had some interesting questions for him. I would have like wanted to find because I wonder because you always portray yourself as like this cool, smooth dude, knows everything. You always you don't.
I don't portray myself.
Yes, you do, bro.
Portray myself.
You don't ever. You're never.
You look at me.
I would love to see like that moment when he looked at you like a little baby face, wet, like he went, wet behind the ears, and like what that was like, yeah. Because I'm sure you were wet behind the ears. Little eager new club member who wants to prove that he's the man. Yeah, Don, talk to me about that. That's what I want to know about.
Was I eager to prove things? No, but you know my biggest. We'll say it's my biggest flaw, and some people will say it's a character strength.
Oh, I already know. Yeah, your biggest flaw is also your biggest strength. Come on, bro.
It could be both. I want to
make. This ain't a job interview.
I want to make everything.
What's your biggest flaw? Well, my biggest flaw is that I work too hard. I'm just a hard worker.
I want to make everything. I want to make everything better. Oh,
that's your biggest flaw?
And
I'll tell you that is fake. That is fake news right there.
Look, dude, I'll admit it. I'm the leader guy, and I think I can do everything better.
Corey's biggest problem is that his biggest fault is that he loves too hard. He just loves people too hard, ladies and gentlemen.
That's why you're walking with a limp.
My biggest flaw is also my biggest strength.
No, I mean, I really am. I can't walk into a situation like I'm not a soldier. I always want to walk into a situation and be the, and it's a flaw of mine.
Yeah. You know what I think your biggest flaw is?
My huge.
My biggest, no, you want to know what it is?
What is it?
That it just messes me up. You cook good food, right? I'll tell you. I don't know if people knows about Corey, but he likes to cook. My man is a passionate chef. He likes to please people with food, which is ironic because he doesn't eat a lot of food because of his lap band, But he does cook well. I mean, he doesn't get it right all the time, but he's always experimenting, trying new things. My only flaw with your cooking, bro, is, bro, you need to wash your hands more, bro. I don't ever see you washing your hands. I've been looking at things that you touch and everything. I'm like, yo, wash and then you put your hands. I'm like, wash your hands before I try that. That's the only thing. That's really the only thing I have an issue with.
I refuse to hear that from a dude that just eats something I left out from the night before.
It depends on what it is. You know what I mean?
like, don't act like you're like Mr. Clean and Sanitary.
I am Mr. Clean and Sanitary.
I've thrown stuff in the trash. You've grabbed it. That's not trash yet.
No. I've never. I now pick stuff. You just making stuff up. Yo, I do not pick stuff out of the trash. But you, bro, you all you have to do is wash your hands.
You ever
man.
gotten sick from anything I ever cooked?
My body is probably like so. I do have a good immune system though.
You have a good immune system?
I do. I have a very
from
good
the vitamins I provide.
That's true. Should I show? Yeah, it's funny, guys, ladies and gentlemen. Corey has invested in the best vitamins you could buy. The best vitamins. They're vegetable and fruit. That's been like not. It's not just the vitamins that come with that. It's actually the powder of crushed up vegetables and fruit. And guess what? I'm the only one that takes those every day, and I'm the only one around this house that doesn't get sick. Sometimes I feel like I've moved into a nursing home. Just saying, bro. You sick? You Mr. Sick, bro. Why are you looking at me like that?
Because, dude, like, you know what? Hey, how many subscribers we got now?
Oh, we're getting there. We're getting there, ladies and gentlemen.
What do we got right now? How many subscribers?
What?
How many subscribers?
We're at 18. Exactly how many? We're at 1880. We just keep getting, dude. We're just rolling it. We're at 1880 right now, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate that.
We get to 3,000. We get to 3,000 subscribers. I will kickbox Jairus on the roof of my house, no problem. Like it's and
that's a lose for me because if I win, I just beat up Corey Harrison.
I'm assuming
if I lose, I got my ass kicked by Corey Harrison.
I'm not a girl, homie.
Huh?
I'm not. It's not.
No, that's not a win-win for me. I can't get into that because if I kick you, people are like, dude, the dude just came off a motorcycle accident. You got. What if I do a roundhouse?
It only takes about 6 months to heal, dude.
It does.
I don't know for what 8 weeks. My ribs are pretty much getting good to go.
All right. I want to see if I asked a question a while ago. Like, what should I call one of our subscribers? Let's see. What did they say?
Notice, ladies and gentlemen, he did not want to take the bet.
I'm not taking that bet. First of all, there's no win for me there. Either I win or I lose. It's not a win for me. I'm a non-violent guy either, too. You know, I will defend myself.
You went to a kickboxing training camp.
Yeah. So what? But like, you know what? I will defend myself if I have to, but I'm not going to instigate an unnecessary act of violence.
I'm saying for followers.
Huh?
I'm saying for followers.
Okay.
I'm fairly out of shape. You're fairly in shape.
Yeah.
We weigh the same amount.
Yeah. You're right.
You wrestled in high school.
No, I did not. That's not a sport I was into. Sorry. I looked at wrestling. I was like, well, I don't understand that sport. I never wanted to get that close to another dude like that. It's just me. You know what I mean?
You afraid of ringworm?
Yeah, because they all had ringworm. I remember that was why is that so common with wrestlers? Yeah,
I mean, what? Because it's sweaty guys on a mat.
Okay. Thank you, Breton G. I'm shocked you guys don't have more viewers. I just watched all the shorts and love them. Thank you, Breton G. Breton G. Thank you. But we're just starting out, and the world only knows Corey Harrison for doing Pawn Stars, and we have to somehow convince YouTube, convince the algorithm, convince other people
how about this, guys?
Hold on, we got to convince other people that Corey is capable of doing other things. It's hard to break out of your mold when people know you for a certain thing. It's like Hollywood likes to typecast actors. This is what's happening right now. Corey's typecasted, and so. We're trying to, but we appreciate that. It's going to take a little while, but we're going to get there with your help. And we're going to be a show that people can come to where they feel like we're in a group, we're all connected. White and black, Americans, non-Americans, we're all brothers here.
So you just made it lame.
We're just weirdos. We get to 5,000.
We get to 5,000 subscribers. 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 We get to 5, I'll pick 10 followers and we can prank phone call the pawn shop together.
If what?
We get 5,000 subscribers, 5,000 subscribers. Each one of us, we could all prank phone me individually.
Do you remember back in the day there was like people calling?
Nope.
Well, you can't bring that up.
No, we're not bringing that up. I'll tell you what. We get to 10,000, and we'll prank phone call my dad 10 times in a night.
Yeah. I agree with people. You know, if you guys feel like you miss Valentino, I agree with that. But, you know, Valentino has to stop. He has to stop putting his body on the line. You know, he's got to start taking his health a little more seriously. That's what I think.
Valentino has a newborn at home.
I know. But the guy is wearing himself out unnecessarily. No one needs a goat to walk on their back. Who needs that?
Listen, people have rituals.
That's not a ritual, man.
You don't know that.
Huh?
You don't know that.
Yeah. Valentino is the shit, though. I agree. Valentino is the shiznits. Yeah. So wait, if you want to prank call the pawn shop, what do you want to do? Like, what's your plan? I mean, like, do you want me to call? Do you want you to call?
What we're gonna plan is
what would be the gist of the call?
We can call them up and we can just trust me, I can run them around all night.
You think? Oh yeah, I know you could, because you know the inner workings of that place, so you can get them going. Yeah, you could.
Dom, leave the pawn shop alone.
Harold Mendingo, Valentino has goat masseuse. Well, not that he has a goat masseuse, but there's this thing called goat therapy that people can do, and you basically let a goat walk on your back. It's supposed to feel good. Sometimes they can step on parts that you don't want them to, so it injures you. So, but my man's trying. He's trying
Someone wants me to prank phone call the pawn shop right now.
What? Would you do it right now? It's night shift. Do it.
I'll prank phone call somebody else's pawn shop.
All right. I'm just saying, I like that idea too. I like it.
Somebody else's pawn shop?
Not like your pawn shop. All right. You want me to look up a pawn shop for you to prank call? All right. Let's do it.
There's a one that starts with an S.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's do it. Let's do this. I love this idea. Let's see what you got, bro.
All right. Can we do it?
This is what live TV is all about.
I got it.
All right. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, Corey's going to prank call another. I am looking forward to this.
You might have to hit some beep.
Ladies and gentlemen, just sit back and relax. Enjoy yourselves if you're watching, because this is how spontaneous we are live. Corey's gonna prank call a pawn shop, not his pawn shop, another one. We'll build up to that, okay? But I'm just gonna sit back and enjoy this. I'm a good wingman too, Corey. Like, I'll whisper some shit to you, all right?
Oh, I got it. I used to do this for fun at the pawn shop when I was bored.
Okay. Yeah. Grab a beer. Sit back. Let's kick it. Let's do this.
Give me a second, Jairus. Keep talking. Let me find one real quick.
All right, I'll keep talking. I'm interested to see, because this is gonna be good. You know why? Because Corey obviously has, like, if I'm good at like ad libbing, I could definitely do a good prank call, but I think that you are also you're a good bullshitter. Plus, you have the ability to know the inner workings of a pawn shop. But what approach are you gonna take? Are you gonna try to be a customer, or are you gonna try to be like a manager calling in? You're concerned about something. What do you think?
We'll just have to see where it leads us to.
You know what's awesome too? There's a plethora of pawn shops we can call.
I got one right here. I never liked these guys in the first place.
What's the name of them?
You
know what you should call, can I just pick a region you should call?
One that's open 24 hours?
Yeah, but can you pick like something like pick Louisville, Kentucky?
Oh, they won't be open.
Why? They don't have 24-hour pawn shops there?
No.
So you got to call like what, Las Vegas? Are there other 24-hour pawns? Detroit.
They're not going to be open right now.
All right.
Let's see.
I hope it doesn't say your name on the caller ID when you call.
I don't care if it does.
Well, I mean, that's a dead giveaway. If it says Richard Harrison, Corey Harrison, you know. Yeah, Kimmy Zoe 9 said you should do undercover CEO. I like that idea. Don't get in trouble, Corey.
Uh-uh.
You know what? I'll call I should call like a Detroit pawn, like a black owned pawn shop. I might be able to connect a little bit better. You know, I'll turn it on. I could turn it on real good.
This is star 67, right?
Oh, here we go. Something's going down. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you for calling Waikiki Gold and Silver. This is Lori. How can I help you?
Hi, Lori. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm on a hot streak. I'm over here at the Wind. I happen to have I got about 25 Canadian Maple Leafs with me. I know what gold's at right now. Can you do me a favor? Is there any way I can get a $2,000 loan a piece on them right now tonight?
So we do not loan. We only buy.
You only buy. Is there a way I could sell them to you tonight? Can I maybe get $4,000 a piece for them?
Hang on 1 second for me. And you said you have what? Canadian Maple Leaf?
Yeah, $50 Maple Leafs.
Hang on 1 second.
Corey, make up some crazy debt. You gotta pay off tonight. You gotta pay off crazy debt.
An ounce each.
Obviously.
You'd be surprised.
Yeah, I can only imagine.
999. Okay. So.
You guys are not gonna make me stand outside at a window or anything to count this out for me, are you?
Well, no. I mean, if you get here before 10 o'clock, no.
10 o'clock. Okay, that's
'Cause
great.
We close at, we close at 10. So.
Okay, cool. So how long will you hold the double down for?
I'm sorry, what?
No, I'm actually talking to the blackjack dealer right now.
Oh, I'm like, what?
I'm talking to
So how
the
much are you trying to get for them each?
4?
No, how much are you trying to get for each coin?
4,000, right?
That you want 4,000 for each coin? Yeah, I can.
Well, what's gold? Gold should be a 5, right?
Let's see. Yeah, there's no way I can go up to 4,000 on it.
You can't make $1,000 a coin on them.
Well, I am limited on as to what I can do on them, and I'm going past spot percentage of spot.
What's a spot? Okay, and so I'm just kind of curious. What could you go for?
Let's see. So right now,
By the way, don't ever go to this place, ladies and gentlemen. This place is like a stroke job right and a half right now.
So what? She's only willing to pay. Like she only pays $2,000 an ounce.
She's has a chance right now to make $25,000.
And she's not gonna do it.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
3,000.
Wow.
so 3,000. So okay. So can I buy him back in the morning if I win? Is that a possibility?
No.
No. So okay.
Unfortunately not. Yeah. If they're gone, they're gone. Or, if we buy them, we're done. We can't really tell.
Okay. So wow. God, I'm really trying to hustle hard here. I mean, the dealer's showing a 4, and I got a strong game going here. So I mean, you can't. Okay, and so what street are you guys on?
Las Vegas Boulevard.
Las Vegas Boulevard. Okay, and it's okay. Well, if you see me, I'll be there.
Okay, you have approximately 30 minutes to get here.
Okay, I'll be the guy in the. Okay, thank you very much. Right. And ladies and gentlemen, that lady just tried to make $50,000 on me.
And she would have made 25.
I was offering her.
She's dumb. I mean, what happened there? I mean, I don't want to say she's dumb.
By the way, in any real life situation, guess what? I would have gladly made $300 a coin.
Yeah.
Gladly. She literally had to go that. You had to get that greedy. What I mean, I believe gold spot's somewhere around $5,000 an ounce right now. So let's just go ahead and say that there's 25 coins. She was going to give me 3,000.
Now, if that happened at your shop, if you found out that an employee did the exact same thing that she did, how would you react to that?
I don't think I'd probably try to beat his fucking ass. like for reals. Like, I mean, it's okay to make a little bit of money, but wow, you don't even have to hold them. It kind of sort of don't even really matter if they're stolen. You don't even, it's a commodity.
And she did not.
$3,000 a piece.
If that happens to somebody, right? If that happens to somebody, is there how can they escalate it to make this person listen to them?
You know what? I don't argue with stupid people.
Right.
Literally 25 coins.
Yeah.
Gold's gold. She'll sell for $5,000 a piece, if not more. If not more. I offered her.
But how much is gold selling for right now?
$5,000 an ounce.
5,000 an ounce.
I believe it's 5,000 an ounce. Right
yeah.
Now.
Okay.
Okay. Somewhere around there.
Okay.
I haven't checked in a few days, but all right. So now there's 25 of them.
Yeah.
So right there, she's making 25 grand to do literally nothing. And no.
Well, gold is at 48.50 right now.
Okay, 48.50.
Yeah.
We'll just round it up to 5 because they're Canadian Maple Leafs. They go for a little bit more.
Yeah.
So she could have just made $25,000.
And she said no.
No, she had to make $50,000.
That's not good. That's dumb. Is that dumb? That's dumb. I think it's dumb. I mean, apparently they must be doing well then.
Well, I mean,
they don't want to make a $25,000 deal.
I'm just going to throw it out there, dude. Bro, guess what?
Yeah.
What's wrong with making $3,000?
Nothing.
What's wrong with making 5?
Yeah.
10. You got to hit me for 50?
Don't forget though. Okay, I don't want to diss it, but it's Vegas. She's not trained. It's training, I guess, right? She's got some hard line, like managerial guidelines that she's going by. That
ain't nobody in the world, ain't no boss in the world is gonna say you got to do that.
Yeah.
Especially since I already told her I knew what spot was.
You said what?
Remember, I already told her I knew what spot was.
Yeah.
So, so I wasn't. It's not like I didn't have any idea what they were going for.
Is there? Could we give this a second chance to see if everyone's like that, or is it just that place?
Well, that was the first place I called. But you know what? We're not gonna. I'm not just gonna bash everybody in the industry, but we can make a whole entire series out of this, guys. We can make.
I love it.
We can do it.
I love this, dog. This is good. So tell me, like, what's the lesson here that we should learn? This is a good financial lesson, I think, for everybody here.
Know what your stuff's worth, which I clearly told her it was. She assumed I was so desperate. And quite frankly, she could have at least offered to sell them back to me in the morning if I won.
Yeah.
You know, she could have made a little bit
But they don't pawn anything either. She says they don't do pawn.
She doesn't have to hold them. They're gold coins.
Yeah.
She could sell them right away. She could have said she could have sold it back to me at 4,500.
Wait. So I'm sorry. This is my brain is slow. If you sold it to her at a certain price, what price did you want for her?
I asked her if she would buy them for 4.
For 4.
And gold's at 48. What?
Yeah.
So the Maple Leafs. So they're
is there any risk she's taking? Maybe like the price of gold's gonna, like, tomorrow morning is gonna drop to 35 or something. That's never gonna happen, right? Or would that?
I mean, you know, God willing, and the damned don't rise. But like, this you know,
is there a risk?
I've never seen it happen like that.
Right. So is she trying to like protect herself from market fluctuations?
No, she's trying to rip me off.
Right. She's
like if any day, all day long. Sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, you know what? Absolutely. And you know what? If you want to come back in the morning and buy it back for hell.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's free money.
Yeah.
And, you know, hey, if I come back in the morning, if you win.
What if like tomorrow morning you come back to buy the gold and the price of gold has dropped dramatically?
It's cost of doing business, man, but it ain't gonna drop like that.
It ain't gonna drop like that.
Like that, like literally, you just had to decide. Like you just had to make 50 grand.
Yeah. Is gold like overly inflated right now?
No.
It's not. I mean, 5,000. It's almost 5,000 per ounce. That's a lot, right?
Well, you know what? In my personal humble opinion,
yeah.
And, you know, for all those degrees I have in economics.
Yeah, no, I'm not. Yeah.
No. This
is just a market experience, right? There. You have
in my opinion, in my opinion only. The most expensive thing a person owns these days, the median population is a cell phone. Mm-hmm. And, most people don't own a home. Most people don't own a car.
Yeah.
Most people don't own their cell phones. They lease them. When I first started working in the pawn shop, there was rooms full of VCRs that people would come in and pick up and buy.
Yeah.
Televisions, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So gold jewelry, that's gold jewelry is made of the same shit. Diamonds, stuff like that. Which diamonds is a whole other thing we'll jump into on another level one day. But like realistically, I hope she gets fired.
Yeah.
I really do, because like you can't not if you're dumb enough to sell it.
Do you want to say what pawn shop you called?
I think everybody heard. And it wasn't a pawn shop, it was a buy and sell.
Oh.
It was a buy and sell store, and if you heard it, you heard it.
Right.
It was a
yeah.
It was I'm sure they sold a lot of pokey there, and they had some nice beaches, but
yeah.
I mean that was just kind of sort of ridiculous.
Yeah.
You're literally gonna.
Yeah. Do you think she knew who you were?
I mean, it's *67 the number. So.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
You know who I think would be good at this? Your boy,
Who?
Mr. Tommy, in his Italian character.
You know what? That just breaks my heart, ladies and gentlemen. Like,
Well, I think we should let him get in on that.
we can, but I have to throw it out there.
What?
Hold on, what do we got here?
I thought that was good, Corey. That was fun. Now, can I call like a Detroit pawn shop and be like, yo, I got, what should I say? I can't say I got gold because it's.
Well, that's the easiest one. You know what gold's worth. You say Canadian Maple Leafs.
No, but I'm in Detroit now. We got to thug it down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's got to be like, yeah, like I got some, what am I pawning? Some fucking, what am I pawning?
Mink coats.
Mink coats. The winter's over. I got some mink coats and warm. I just won this thing of the year. What do you think? Can I do that? These are
God,
mink.
it's Detroit, man. I remember
It's Detroit, dog. It's still cold there, I think.
You guys ever realize, by the way, when they had that show out there, that dude's name was Les Gold, and everybody in my family's name is Rich. Everybody on hardcore.
Roman niggas said I should say I have a Red Wings autographed jersey. Is that worth anything? Is that big?
Depending on which expert from Pawn Stars authenticated it, it's maybe not.
So say I got a what's his name? You have to sound. You know what's funny though? You have to also sound the part. Do you think you sounded rich enough for that woman? Because you sound like you're a baller.
If I
you
do,
sound like you have to. It sounded from what you're saying.
If I told her what it was worth, but come on now,
what?
That's just I said straight up. You know, I know it's at 5, somewhere around 5 an ounce.
Yeah.
She asked me if they were 1 ounce a piece.
Duh.
Okay, so then I go, could you give me 4 for them? That's literally a layup to give her $25,000.
I gotta ask you something. Would you be willing to call if gold and silver pawn shop and do that same bit? Would you be able to do? Would you do that? Do you think they would react the same way?
Unfortunately, there's contracts and stuff where I can't do that right now.
I would love to see how they would react. Damn.
Yeah,
I think they'll be more well. I feel like at least at your pawn shop, the person would at least wake up somebody and be like, wake up. I think the old man would have woken up for that call, right?
We'd have to crack the safes.
Huh?
We'd have to crack the safes.
What does that mean?
You think I just got one little old lady sitting there at night with, so what's that, 25?
I'm saying, don't you think someone would have got a phone call in the middle of the night? Like, I don't know how late it is.
Absolutely.
Someone would have got a call. I'd be like,
absolutely.
Yeah, and you would have taken that call. Yeah. And what would you have said? You'd be like, yeah.
I'd be down there in my underwear.
Yeah, exactly.
To make $25,000, yes.
Yeah.
I damn sure wouldn't have said.
And if someone in one of your employees tried to make an executive decision like that without consulting you, that would have been bad, right? Right?
Oh, if I would have, she would have been absolutely fired. Like, best I could do is 3.
Damn, Corey. Do you feel is this rejection also partly ego? Do you feel like your ego is hurt a little bit?
Is my ego hurt?
Yeah, a little bit.
No, because I worked so hard for so many years to make pawn shops not look like that. You know, that's you had to make 50 racks. Like, really? Like, you need.
Yeah.
Come on, that's a year's worth.
How long does it take if you take in gold? How long does it take to off it?
Gold coins?
Yeah, you just sell it instantly, right? I mean, there's always a buyer for that, right?
If someone brought in 25 gold Maple Leafs, I would have them sold by 9:30 a.m. tomorrow.
Yeah. Right. There's always a market.
It's a commodity, so I wouldn't have to. I don't even have to hold them. So
Right.
it's instant money.
Yeah.
So that like she just threw away a lottery ticket.
What?
Like-
Boy, you know what though? She probably doesn't make a lot of money. She probably doesn't understand that part. She probably is just going off of a checklist that she has to go through. What made her? I wonder what made her come up with that number. You want to call her back? Ask her more. Call her back. She said by 10 o'clock she's gone. Right? What'd she say?
Yeah.
What time? You still have 20 minutes, right? Before 10 o'clock.
Yeah, I'm not calling her back because you know what? It's just there's Chum Lee.
Where? Chumley's on?
Yep.
No way.
Said
Where is
you
he?
look old as fuck, bro.
What?
Said you look old as fuck.
He said what?
Chum Lee 702 LB. COD, you look old as fuck, and he called you COD, so that's how I know it's him.
He said Cod. Oh, yeah. Chum used to call me Cod all the time. What's up, Chum? What up? Where? I miss Chum, man. That's cool that he reached out. I didn't know he was on here. I wish I was looked earlier.
Yeah, I mean, this is.
You know what? Chumley's on here though. He wants to make sure you ain't talking too much shiznit, yo.
If you ever heard me say an
He's
unkind
checking to
word,
see if Corey's a snitch.
if you ever call me a snitch or you have a dream that I said an unkind word about my brother like that, you better wake up and apologize.
I know. Why don't you call Chum right now? Call him. See what's up. Tell him what's up. What just happened?
Because you know, Chum, you want to be on the show? Hit me up. Text me. Or you want to do it at a better time?
He doesn't have to show his face. Just voice call. Well, but if he wants to show his face, that'd be dope too. I could send him a link.
Dude, I don't know how to properly like deal with Chum on that kind of stuff.
Why?
Why?
Well, I could talk to Chum. I talked to Chum a million times.
But he's got stuff and things.
You know what I mean?
You know, he's got his own little things.
You and Chum, you guys got maybe there's something, you know. But me and Chum, I could kick it with him. I could kick it.
Yeah, you guys got you guys
yeah.
got more in common right now in certain things.
What do we have? I don't have anything in common except that we worked on a show together. That were cool.
Yeah, you know, you guys.
You know what? Chum and I. By the way, I don't think anyone knows about Chumley. He balled out. I used to go to Chum's house like on the weekends, like Sundays, to play basketball. He would have like 5-on-5. We'd be going hard.
Yeah, but it's not my
And Chum is competitive. Yo, Chum is competitive, man. If like you were hitting Jays in his face and stuff like that, it would get heated. You know. It's true.
Someone says, "Tell Chum secrets."
I'll tell you a Chum secret. When I used to go to his house to play basketball, it took like an hour. You know, we would show up at the time he wanted us to come there, and then it would take an hour to move all the Bentleys out of the way. He had to have his assistant move all these cars, Bentleys, everything out of the way because we had to play some pickup basketball. You know?
A Chum secret. Chum used to tell we like these dorks in the neighborhood that because he had this giant mastiff, like a huge like giant mastiff. We're young that people are naturally just scared of this dog.
Oh yeah, I remember that dog. Yeah.
No. You know, no. I'm not talking about pit bulls. We're talking about Chum's giant mastiff. When we were like Chum's like 12, 13 years old.
Didn't I see that dog?
No.
The
dog.
Oh, he was only 12.
And Chum would tell like the dorks in the neighborhood that were so scared, like you have to get on all knees and let him smell your butt. and the dog would just jump on him and start humping him and shit.
I don't think Chum's gonna like that. Chum, that's not true.
Hey, you know what? If you were dumb enough to fall for it back then, it was what it was.
Oh, I got a good Chum secret. Chum made a song that went viral. Yes, he did. I have it on my phone. But I will not play that song unless Chum gives me approval. So, because I don't do that. You know what I mean?
Chum will be on here one of these days once Jairus gets it all figured out. And we can actually like make this happen like in real time and actually, because Chum would flip out if he was dumb.
Really?
Like if it wasn't like if it wasn't set up.
If there's issues,
if there was issues or anything like that, Chum.
What? Yeah, did he call me COD? Did he really call me COD on there?
You can go through it and look.
I can't see it. There's so many messages now. But that's funny. He used to call me COD. I don't know why. Maybe because my last name is Cobb. Like the old man never called. None of you guys call me by my real name. So whatever. It's all good. That's funny though. I like that. That's funny.
All right, guys. So we're gonna wrap it up here. We're gonna start wrapping it up. I'm gonna do we'll do 5 or 6 more questions real quick.
Ask him some real ones, guys. Oh, someone knows what it is. Where were you when Twitter went down? That song. I'm a real fan. That's from Chris Thomas Ism. Harold Mandingo. Yeah, he did say COD. Harold Mandingo. Chum could be on with his own episode. I think that's a good idea. I think you two should just kick back. Catch up.
Okay, so someone wants to know. I don't want to probably call it Detroit Pawn Shop real quick because I just feel like that's just picking on the week. Has there ever been a time where I paid more for an item just because I thought it would be good for the show? Absolutely. Why wouldn't it? Why wouldn't I? The item became famous. You want to hear me talk about hardcore pawn? Why? You know what my biggest problem with that show was? Pure plain and simple.
Yeah.
When you are metal detecting all your employees when they walk in and out of the pawn shop with wands, that says something about your character and how you run a business. We bought all our employees.
Or it tells you about your clientele. Yeah.
No, your employees.
You did to your employees?
That's what they were doing to their employees in the very first episode of the show. That's just it's a little degrading. It's a little humiliating to me. I would never do that to anybody.
I agree. Someone wrote favorite funk pop. Where did the Roadrunner go? Oh, yeah. Oh, talk about the Roadrunner, Corey. That's a good question. Where did the Roadrunner go?
Where did my Roadrunner go?
I should tell you guys how we got the Roadrunner, too. I don't think anyone wants to know all the details about that story. I had to be with Corey in Miami for a weekend. With Rick and Corey for a weekend. And I had to be there while Corey purchased.
You want to know where the Roadrunner came?
Roadrunner.
What happened to the Roadrunner?
Yeah, tell me what happened.
I had a bad night at a casino, and I knew a guy that wanted to buy it real quick, and I didn't want to have to pay the marker. So I had to sell it after about having it for 8, 9, 10 days.
You got rid of it that fast?
Yeah.
After 10 days of buying it?
As soon as I got back to Vegas, you know what? I didn't really need the car, and I had a bad night at a casino.
Yeah, a real bad night. How much did you pay for it?
$55.
Yikes. That was Corey. I felt like that was the height of your wanting to be a rock star recklessness. No?
I just kind of felt like
I went out with Corey for a weekend in Miami, and I'll never forget it. I'll never forget it.
Yeah, it was my dad that bought it off me.
What?
Well, I said I knew someone who wanted to buy it. I wasn't going to say it was my dad that bought it off me. Yeah, my dad was pissed that my dad wanted it.
Is it still in your dad's possession?
Nope.
Ladies and gentlemen.
All right, guys, I think this is going to be about it for us.
Corey, I appreciate it. Corey's not feeling good. He's sick, coughing up a storm. I'm probably gonna get something. But you know what? We're like the post office.
Dom, I know I don't have the panhead no more. I actually ended up selling it back to the family. People that we know still have it. It's not like I can bring that stuff down to Mexico, man. It's kind of hard to do that.
Guys, we're live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And we will come to you live. If I have to drag his ass in here in a wheelchair, I will do it because I want to make sure that we're consistently reaching out to you guys. This is a club that we're in, right? And I want us to all be a part of it. And you know what? Corey's excited about it too. I'm acting like it's me doing it. But I pay your asses to work. And therefore, your asses have to be working, okay? Yeah, you heard me. I pay your asses to work.
Are you like pretending to be me in the mirror?
I'm paying your asses to work, and therefore your ass needs to be working.
You guys have a good night, guys. You guys take care. Yeah, you guys take care. Like and subscribe. Hit that button, especially. And man, if you guys don't like it, man, just put a comment down there. Tell me what you don't like. Tell me what you want me to change.
Oh, can I give a sign off? Email the Corey Harrison Show at Gmail and tell me how whatever you want to talk about. If you have an idea for a show you want to talk about, if you wanted me to pronounce your name correctly, I don't give a damn. Tell me whatever you want. Corey and I read that email. The Corey Harrison Show at gmail.com. COREYHARRISON. Put the in the front. Then at Gmail. Why are you looking at me like that? And we will answer your questions and I will pronounce your name correctly. All right? This is
Appreciate
for us,
guys.
bro.
Thank you for joining the camp, man. One of these days we'll have a campfire for you. Take care.
And hopefully Corey has a better shirt next time. No, I'm just kidding. I like that shirt.